ready.
Don't talk, everything is coming already. You have to cut this first part. Asatu ma sadgamaya tamashu ma jyotirgamaya mrityur ma amritangamaya aviravir maidhi rudra yatte dakshinang mukham te namang pahi nityam te namang pahi nityam Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortality. And evermore shine in our hearts with your resplendent face. Om peace, peace, peace be unto us. So we are reading Shanti Gita, it is recapitulation, but it is taking longer time than we expected. So we are reading the verse number 43, we have read the other day, we will start from 44. But 43 verse and 42 also, what it says, that Atma Jnanam Vinanyasam, without the knowledge of this self, this renunciation, nyasam, patittaiva kalpate, it is considered to be a fallen condition. They get lost in both the affair, both the areas. Karma brahma ubhaya bhrasto. They lose their karma because they could have done their sakama karma or whatever as prescribed by the Vedas, they could have gone to heaven. They do not reach that. And Brahma, the Brahma Chintan is not done perfectly unless one can renounce, totally detach from the other objects, temporal objects of the thing. So they do neither get Brahman, neither get heaven. So though they do spiritual practice, but their spiritual practice or renunciation, external renunciation becomes useless. Ahankaro mahagraho grasamano vinashati. They get entangled by their ego. As much as the genuine sadhus, they will be very humble, they hide themselves, they seek themselves. Those who want to show, see, so you go in Himalayas and other areas, there are good sadhus and so. There are some showy sadhus, putting mark here and 20 what is called the beads around the neck, and then here one, there one, here this, that, everything is so gorgeous. People will think, he's a Mahant, a great Mahant. Mahatma. Both bade Mahatma. They may be genuine also there, but normally it is the genuine. Thakur Ramakrishna says, who are genuine devotees, how they live their life? They live silently. They meditate under the mosquito curtain. In this country there is no mosquito curtain, so you don't understand that. But in India, mosquito curtain is very important because there is so much mosquitoes. So you have to, without that, you cannot sit outside, your mind will go into the biting. So if a person was sleeping late, he does not get up. As I get up at 4 o'clock, 4:30, he is not getting up, 7 o'clock, even he is not coming out. So others used to think, he is sleeping under the mosquito net. But he is actually meditating. So he says this is a silent and not much external show shows their sincerity and deep. See Ramakrishna, when he started his practice, he used to go to the jungle in Panchavati, no? And then daytime puja is over, and as soon as his worship is over in the main temple, he used to run into the deep forest. The Panchavati thickly dense with trees and shrubs, and there he used to hide them. Least people don't see much. Anyhow, that does not mean that if someone does is a bad guy. But the question is that that they try to hide their spirituality. So, and otherwise what happens? People will praise, oh, he's meditating, he's a great Swami, he's a great Mahatma. Huh? Then people will go and ego of the person will pop up. I am somebody. Oh, so many people praise me. But so it is said, they lose Atma-jnanam. If he does not attain Atma-jnanam without the knowledge of the self or deep persuasion for knowledge of the self, they lose both grounds. Neither they go to heaven or the pleasurable experiences, neither they reach Brahman. And they are most likely to be got involved into ego and pride. There is a story. One brahmachari was in Belur Math, and he has, for his own fault, he could not stay in the monastery. But he was very intelligent, so he left here and went to what do you call the Kumbh Mela, no? And there our General Secretary Maharaj was that time Madhavananda Maharaj. He was a great soul. So he was the General Secretary of the whole Ramakrishna Math, as also he became the president afterwards. So he went to see the Kumbh Mela, and two sadhus are coming, no? So suddenly they saw that brahmachari, who could not stay in the Belur Math and has been expelled or done something like that for something wrong. He's coming over a big elephant, riding over it with the Gerua cloth and all this dress up. And Madhavananda Swami didn't know anything. And he forgot that boy, but he's just with a humble saluting all the sadhus, because there are sadhus going, no? Sadhus procession going. So he's with due humility, the greatest spiritual personality of our order is humbly looking at them and pranam. Then someone of the associates who are there with Madhavananda said, Swami, do you remember this boy? It is that same boy. And Swamiji said, don't look at that. Look at the sadhu. He's a sadhu. He has become the head of the, what is called, akhada. They become the head. But they are very intelligent. They took a Gerua sannyas, outside sannyas in one day you can get. In Belur Math you need 9-10 years to wait and taste and go for so many things, no? But they are so easy. So they got it, and due to intelligence, he has managed himself to become took the position of the Mahant, or they call the Akhada. Akhada means a monastic group, and head of the other. And he's riding in a big elephant, and the highest respected Swami of our order, he is standing in this road in the side like other spectators, and with due respect saluting the sadhu. See the difference. The ego comes, then he thinks, I am somebody, so I have to show, I can bless. And he's going like that, blessing the hand like that. And the Swami is saluting like this. So these are realities of life. It happens, no? That's why it is to be a warning, 42. And then these people, what they do? Jathore bharane rakta sangsakta sanchaya tata paran mukha satma tatte sa sannyasi vidambita. He becomes a monk, wandering monk, and always engaged in fulfilling the stomach. Where is this food? Where is that food? Where it can be? Babu ne bahut bhandara lagaya. In Himalayas, if you go, they don't get good food. So rich people from different parts, particularly in Rajputana and other areas, Marwaris, they spend good money for the sadhu seva. So they have different places where they supply money so that they will prepare some chapatis and food for the wandering monks so that they get food every day. But they will steal out of that. So the sadhus get little and they put in their pocket. Anyhow, so if the sadhus, one day the rich donor, when he comes, he wants to feed and see all the sadhus sitting and eating. They will say, and that day he spends more money. So the sadhus become very energetic about describing whole day, whole week. Oh, this week there is a bhandara. Bhandara means feast, sadhu feast. And then after that, another week, 2 weeks, it goes, Babu ne bahut khilaya. They have fed us very well. And laddu banaya, jalebi banaya. That means all sweets and this and that. What a grand feast it was. They are not talking about God. They are talking about food. So, jathare bharane rakta. They get engrossed into only how to survive and fill up the stomach. Sangsakta sanchaya tatha. They will be trying to, mind will go in collecting assets and money and everything. Paranmukha satma tatte, who is not engrossed into the discussion on in-depth study of the Shastras, Atma Tattva, the own self, talking about oneself. That type of life is been ridiculed. It is called Virambita. That is a lost case. No? That means he is talking about how the spiritual life should be based on renunciation. If he is not, and renunciation, even being renounced, they may get astray. So the Shanti Gita is correcting them. Be careful. Now, and then 44. Today we read from here. Sarva karma virageno sanyased vidhi purvakam atva sangnaset karma janmo hetung hi sarvata. So it says that sarva karma virageno, giving up all types of worldly activities, worldly duties. And also here sarva karma viragena means in Vedic times. This book goes back to Sri Krishna's time. So that time the society used to follow the Vedic rituals, the home of fire and other things. So the house sannyasins need not have to perform all those, because where they will get all the items needed for collecting the firewood, the ghee, this, that. So that's why he said you can give up all this karma, sarva karma. That's the injunction of the scriptures. Now, sarva karma viragena, but one wants to be real, genuine sadhu, he should have to give up all types of identification with karma, which is engrossed which is attached to the worldly desire or fulfillment of some and desires to reach heaven, all these types of things we have to renounce. Sannyasit, one should take the path of renunciation, vidhi purvakam, as ordained in the scriptures. Sannyas should be taken, that's why it is lineage. No? Even Ramakrishna, he is God himself. But his lineage, what is the lineage? Totapuri came and said, I shall teach you Vedanta. And then he, anyhow, and what happened with his presence? What in sannyas, he gave the sannyas, no? And then that's why we are all Puri, Totapuri. Ramakrishna, actually, sannyas name, Ramakrishna Puri. And Ramakrishna lineage, no? So Vivekananda Puri. What is our name? Our name at the end, you should add Puri. If you go to the monastic group and tell what is your name, you cannot say I am Swami Sarvadevananda. No. Sarvadevananda Puri. Otherwise you are not in the lineage of Sankara. So you are not approved sannyasi in there. So it is said one should give up all types of action with dispassion according to the scriptural injunction, and Sangnas said vidhi purvakam, as is ordained in the scriptures. Atava sannasayit karma janma hetum, or one should renounce in every respect the actions that are verily the cause of rebirth. So they should do either this action, take the disciplines, and as scriptures say, to take the sannyas in that particular lineage, and also or give up all types, for the present age, give up that type of activity which is the cause of janma hetu, cause of rebirth. That means do all work, but keep no desire in the mind, give it to God. I think karma yoga ideal, niskama karma. Or much better is Shiva Jnana Jiva Shiva, serving God in man. So that is not the cause of rebirth. Rebirth is, as you have read in the Bhagavad. What is the rebirth? Rebirth because of the desire. And desire in the subtle body remains in the subtle body, linga sariram, we read today. Linga sariram, or subtle body, that only goes one body to another body. The one car to another car, one model to another model, another model, another model. That's why it is undying principle, as it were, unless total detachment from world and worldliness. So this is the 44th verse said, that one should give up all actions with dispassion according to the scriptural injunction, and take the sannyas. And or you need not have to sannyas. What is the sannyas? Real sannyas? You detach from everything, don't crave for any worldly desire, either here or in the heaven. So giving up all these actions which are the cause, which will be bringing me back again into the world of duality, the rebirth. So one should be careful about that, one rebirth. Oh my, I didn't bring more verses, only 4-5 verses. So now, after that, what one will have to do? Ekang mang sangsrayat partho Satchidanandam abhayam aham padasya lakshang tam tadaham shakshi nishkalam satmanang brahmarupeno gyatva mukto bhavarjuna. Therefore, what we have to do, it says, oh Arjuna, you be mukta, be free. How? Gyatva, knowing. What to know? Not knowing, realizing. Knowing is a very superficial word. I know something. Knowing and realization is not same. You should not know. Ramakrishna said, someone has heard of the milk, someone has seen milk, someone has drunk milk, and drunk and digested. So that's the way we are. Gyatva means knowing, means realizing and experiencing. What will we realize? Swatmanang brahmarupena. My Atman, the self of me, is the Brahman, is appearing in the form of this me. So my real nature is Brahman. Understanding that way, experiencing that way, the one should get freedom. Therefore, how can you reach that? Ekang mang sangsrayat partho. That's the only way. You surrender unto me, take refuge unto me. Only me and me alone. Ekang mang. Only mang means me. Ekam, only me. See, God is very, I can say, that's why somebody says that God is a jealous God, no? God wants whole mind only for him, no? Can you give it? Is it so easy? We have so many things to do. We love so many things. Swami Vivekananda said, no, we love so many things. I love a Chinese vase or a Japanese vase, in my room, no? I love this flower, I love this, and I also love God. When God gets 100 part of my attention, no? Or maybe 200, 1 by 200 part. Mind is so much. That's why we are busy so much. In our life, why you are busy? Because that is important for me. God is not that important. But when God becomes important, that's a different thing. But here he says, we want total focus on me. Here is jealous God. He does not want to share his love with, that you share God and others, no? That story, you remember that story? The gopis will like to go to cross the river Jamuna, and there was no one there, but suddenly a boatman, Bhagavan Krishna, appeared with a boat. And seeing the boat, the gopis said, "Oh Krishna, please take us on the other side of the river." That's also philosophical meaning. Take us on the other side of the lives, this world of suffering. Then he said, "But you have to give the fees." He said, "Fees? What shall I give? We have not much. I will give you 1 penny. One penny. 1 penny? 1 penny? I don't take 1 penny and can take you on the other shore. No." And then he said, "Okay, 2 pennies. And bargain continues. And Krishna always said, no, it is too little. 2 pennies are not. 3, 4, 5, 100 pennies, 100 cents. 100 cents? That's okay, but if you can give little extra." It's a very philosophical thing. There is the bowls used to sing, "Ekanai to parkorina." I don't, Bhagavan Krishna says, I don't take anyone across 1 anna. 1 anna means 16 anna would made 1 rupee during that time. No? So 1 anna I can give you. Please take us on the other. No. 2 annas? No. 3 annas? No. Like that, continue. 16 annas? Then it's okay, but can you give little extra? That means your heart and soul and mind, everything to be given to God. No, that love should not be shared with anyone but God and God alone. So, ekang mang sangsrayat, O Partha, one should totally dedicate whole heart, whole mind. But it is very difficult. And that me, not the cultist religion. Not me means Krishna. And that's why Hare Krishna people are good. But some of them become a little fanatic. Why? There is no other way but Krishna. But here Bhagavan Krishna himself is saying, "O Partha, Satchidanandam Abhayam." Me, that me who is Satchit Anandam. Brahma. Satchidanandam is Brahma. And Abhayam, imperishable. So that you have to give it to me, the Satchidananda Brahman, who is imperishable, absolute Satchidananda Brahman. So, ekang mang sangsrayat. Therefore, what is the easy way of getting out of the bondage of life and all these problems? Only by taking sannyas. But what sannyas? Sannyas means what? Sannyas means outward sannyas? Yes, if you think that, take sannyas, but in a very traditional way. Otherwise it's called appanti. You take sannyas in your own way. That's why Swami Vivekananda was challenged when he went to learn Vedic studies, wanted to do in the Himalayas, in Uttarkashi, Rishikesh. Dhanraj Giriji, great Swami of the Uttarkashi. So he was teaching, and then Swami Vivekananda went and requested him, "Sir, teach me some the scriptures." He said, "Oh, who is you? What is your name?" What was the name? He said, I don't know. He was Vivekananda, is not that time. Maybe some other name. But anyhow, some sannyas name. Who is your guru? My guru is Ramakrishna. Oh. Who gave you sannyas? Bale, no one gave me sannyas, but we took the sannyas, feeling his presence, no, in front of his relics. Then he said, no. And are you a Brahmin? No. Well, no. So you are not fit. You are not competent to study Vedanta here. So, no chance. Get out. So he was rejected. Because he said he took sannyas himself. But it is, he does not fall in ordinary category, no? So, anyhow, so that ekang mang sangsrayat, everyone should take refuge in Bhagavan, in God, in whatever you call the name, O Partho, and knowing whom you are respecting, who is your Ishta Devata, he is nothing but Satchidanandam Abhayam. What is that? Is the Satchidananda, this consciousness, the absolute consciousness, bliss and absolute joy, no? And that Satchidanandam Abhayam, unchanging, absolute, aham padasya lakshanam. Aham padasya lakshanam. What is indicated by I? Who is real I? It is I, means I, the Lord, the Satchidananda. Which is the Laksha means what? Laksha will be, let me see what is a technical term.
Implied meaning.
Lakshanam, Lakshanam is not, the translation is little difficult. Laksham is indicative. Indicated. This word, I am indicated. You are indicating whom? That me, who is the Atman. And people are saying I. What is the real I? Real I is God. And he says, Tad aham. And I am the Shakshi. I am residing in the heart of all as a witness. Niskalam. I have no parts, I have no limitation. I am limitless, absolute. So, one should, O Arjuna, one should take refuge in me, wholeheartedly. Ekang mang, as I said, not with our scattered mind. Little bit, that's why we say we are practicing spirituality, nothing happening. Because our mind is not in God. Very honestly, if we look at our heart every day, when we close our eyes and meditate for 1 hour, 2 hours, I will see that how many moments it is in my object of meditation, and thinking that to be a Satchidananda representative, and absolute, unchanging, absolute Satchidananda Brahman, no? And that is the Sakshi, eternal witness of all, and it is having no parts in it. It is the absolute. And knowing Satmanang Brahmarupena, knowing that Atma, which is me, as that is you. What is you are thinking I, that as Atman, Jnatva, and realizing that, Mukto Bhavarjuna, O Arjuna, you be freed. Take total refuge in me alone. Who am I alone means me is what? The imperishable existence, knowledge, bliss absolute, which is the goal of the indicative word I. Everyone says I. What is the indicative word of I, the Panchakosha Vichara comes. I, the body. Normally we say I means body. Sometimes we use the I as mind. I am so depressed today. I am so unhappy today. So where you are unhappy? Bodily? The body is the same. Mentally you are unhappy. I could not understand today. It was this class, I was so tough, I didn't understand anything. That means you say I means your intellect. understanding ability. What? You told me this? Do you know who we are talking with? I. And I means our ego, small ego. So, but that is not the real meaning of I. Real I is who is transcending these 5 layers of obstacles and see that what is within. Absolute Satchidananda. So, that I, which is the witness consciousness, and which is the undivided. It is not divided because it is here something, there something, there something. It is divided, no? Physically, body may be divided, but consciousness is undivided. That reality is undivided. Meditate on that. Take surrender in that. See, where you are talking about whatever the idea of separation, there should not be any idea of separation in that Atman. So we have to take refuge in that. Satmano. Now, 47. Dehatmaninang drishti dehe aham mama shabdata kubuddhayo na jananti mama bhavam anamayam. Dehatmaninam, those people who look upon their body, said I. Abhiman means identification or deep identification. Abhiman. Pride, no, it is our identification. Ego identification with deho, this physical body, or mental body, or emotional body, or intellectual body, or ego body, any of the body. Spiritual journey is actually going from one level of an idea to the another level. So, body, deho atma vimaninang drishtihi, the vision or the focus of people, those who are identified with the bodies, is aham shabdato dehe. It is the body. They think body is everything. Actually, our whole transactional world depends on this body, no? Everything, 90% of our transactional world. Mental world is of course there, subtle body, sukshma body. But more we live in the grosser level. So it says, it is kubuddhi. Those who have no right understanding, they think this way, no jananti, they do not know that mamo bhavam, my spirit, which is beyond all disease and suffering. This is the malady, this is the disease of our life, that I think I am the body. This is a disease. We get cured for our other problems of life, we get cured by medicine. You have headache, you take some medicine. You have some physical aches and pains, you took on medicine. You take some cholesterol, you take another medicine to cure, no? So what is the cure? That is this most, you have to first identify the disease, diagnose, no? That's why we go to the doctors. They don't give medicines just outright. They will do some diagnostic tests. So, what is we have to understand what we are studying, why we are studying, what is the diagnosis, what is our problem, where is the disease is what? Disease, thinking this body as me and mine. Dehat and drishti, that's why we are all born with that instinct, as it were. I am the body, that is born from the childhood. One child came today. So our mom was saying that, hey, what is your nose? He's learning nose. So he's looking here. No, that's not the nose. That's what? Again, it's a here. So we make everyone body conscious, no? The child has no body consciousness. He has no separate idea of hand, feet, nose, eyes, ear. And it took long time. In front of me, they are telling, hey, where is your eyes? He's showing something else. Well, no, eyes. Then it's okay, this. So, you see, we are teaching them to see what is eye different from the ear. And that's called knowledge, no? We appreciate that. And Vedanta says, this is all our appearance. These are not the real you. It is a changing you, no? So that's why Deho Viman, that is the cause of most of our problems. And knowing that I am Atman, but I am not the body, not the mind, that is the sign of knowledge. The opposite way. And the worldly way, I am the body, I am the mind, I am everything. We are taught to, that's called the materialistic approach of life. And this body is true, and body, everything is true, whatever is happening is so true, and there is no other further truth beyond this daily happenings.
In this teaching, whose fault it is? Whose fault it is for ego development? Parents or child?
No one's development, but unless if you don't teach the child will be a fossil then. He will not be able to earn money, he will not be able to do.
Swami said that from the very beginning, if you tell you are Brahman, you are Brahman.
That body identity will come. That is for special people. How many people will be able to withstand that? Suppose if we are here, if someone like Kalipada Maharaj and others, day and night talk before us, you are Atman, it is not the body, this is this. How long will I attend to that class? I will be attending that class longer. There are some sadhus who are absolutely, the Dhireshananda Swami, who I saw, our Swami, who wrote the Yoga Vasishta explanations, and other books are there, very. And day and night they are talking about Atman, Brahman, there is no other talk, no other gossip. Only one talk. That means they renounce all other ideas. Yes, they are saying it is not, it is not, it is not. So that's called spiritual life is to what you call the kite. When kite play, you release the string, and when you want to end the play, bring back and turn the opposite way. So one way of being established in life is to know so many things. Bahu Gyan or Gyan, Ramakrishna said. Knowing of many things. In the sense of the world, he is the most knowledgeable person, no? He is the most educated person, knowing so many things. And Bahu Gyan, Agyan, but Ramakrishna said, this is Agyan. Because your whole life you have involved into knowing which is changing, which is not permanent. And at the end of the life, you know so many things, but these things are not real. In the sense, it is not steady, it is not stable. But again, knowing that there is one absolute reality, that is called Jnana, that is the real knowledge. So this is the language of the highly spiritual people, that knowing many is honored in this society. Swami Vivekananda used to say, talking with M, Master Masai, I want to, just talking about, you have so much knowledge and this and that. He said, Master Masai, can you give me one tablet so that I can take that and forget what I will learn, all this intellectual thing. Forget. Sometimes the intellectual knowledge is a big barrier because it hinders the natural growth of the spiritual growth of the person, because it gets stuck more. Intellectual level, the people get stuck more. Simple thing. Intellectual people, really it is one Swami, he was the, what is his name? Nowadays they are forgetting. He was one of our great Swami afterwards. So Swami Premeshananda Maharaj, he was doing austerity and practice in the Rishikesh. Hanuman Kutia. There is a kutia, the cottage, on the bank of the Mother Ganga, Hanuman Kutia. And he was doing great austerity. So one day, one great scholar, I think Rajendranath Ghosh, is a very famous in all over India, very reputed Vedanta scholar. So he was respectful for Ramakrishna mission, but he could not, intellectually could not reconcile. Vedanta says, sab karma, sab everything, you give up. And just engross in I am Atman, I am Brahman, this discussion day and night. No? That should be the ideal. And these Ramakrishna sadhus, they are doing day and go and see the school, college, hospital, what they are doing. Where is God? Where is Atman Brahman? He says, hey, student, this student has done this wrong thing. This Swami was headmaster for a long time. Hey, why did you do that? Why not? And it's an administration. Where is God? Where is Brahman Atman? So, and also charitable activity, they say our relief activity going on. So, hardly there is so much traditional way of 24 hours being engrossed in reading the scriptures and this and that. So he came to, he has great respect for Premeshananda Maharaj, but he came, Pandit, but still came to see him. And he said, and then they started talking about it. He said, Maharaj, I understand. I respect you. You are all educated, highly educated people in the society, and you are Vedanta, you studied Vedanta. But why, I don't understand. You say, Jagat Mitha. The world is all appearance. And at the same time, 24 hours your Sangha is, all the sadhus are engrossed in doing work. What is this? Karam mein phas gaya. You have got stuck into the karma. I don't understand. I can't reconcile this. Then Premeshananda Maharaj then said, oh, is it so? Acha. So do you believe the great dictums, Mahavakya? Of course, Pandit will, what he will say? Yes, you believe that Aham Brahmasmi, that I am Brahman. Do you believe it? Well, yes, of course. You believe that I am Brahman, okay? And do you believe Tat Tamasi, thou art that? Believe. Well, of course. You are that. You are not the body mind, but you are that. Now you believe both. Now I am that Atman, I am that pure, stainless, Satchidananda. Okay? But still, when you fall sick, you need doctor, you need medicine. So if thou art that, you are also that. But in the body and mind, encased in that, so you, when you fall sick, so is it not the same reality? Tell why you go for doctor? Why I cannot serve him and serving God? And actually, he explained it more elaborately in a scholarly way. And then this clicked in his thought. And he started dancing in joy. And Swami, you have cleared my all confusion for so many years. I could not reconcile. That is because it is not, Ramakrishna mission sadhus are not working. It is not karma yoga. It is applying the Vedanta in practice. You are that, service to you is service to Brahman. Well, how Brahman? I am in the form and name. Yes, you are in the form. So you are talking, you are also in the form and name. So if you are hungry, if you need some food, if someone is hungry, he also needs some food. So aham brahmasmi, and you can take food. And that tattamasi, I cannot serve you food. Serving the same one reality. So it is not work, it is called the practical application of the Vedantic truth. And he was so excited. She was jumping in joy. And then Maharaj, Professor Ananda Maharaj wrote a letter to Mahapurush Maharaj, Swami Shivananda. And he came with that letter and got sannyas. He became a sannyasi at the very old age. Rajendra Ganath Ghosh. What is his sannyas name? Chit Ghanananda. Get Swami. Chit Ghanananda. Puri. Chit Ghanananda Puri. Advaita Siddhi. He has his written explanation on Advaita Siddhi. A very high ranking Vedanta text. So, it is, anyhow, so we have gone too far. So question is that, Dehatmamaninang drishti, Dehe aham sabdata. Deho atmabhimanina, those who are very much identified with this body, their drishti, their vision is Dehe, in the body. And as a result, aham and mama sabdata, they identify with me and my, they get entangled into the kubuddhayo na jananti. Those who have not right understanding, they don't know that mama bhavam, my spirit, the word my is that spirit which is anamayam, which is beyond all disease and suffering. Now, another verse, 48. Chaitanyam tamaham sarvam sarupam avalokayo iti te kutitang tattang sarvasaram anuttamam. Chaitanyam tam aham sarvam. Look upon you, me and every object. Tam aham sarvam Chaitanyam, as consciousness. That is the Swarupam. That is the Swarupa of Tam Aham Idam Sarvam. The essential nature of you, of me, and every object in the world is that Chaitanyam, consciousness. Avalokayo, just see that, just experience that. Iti ite kutitam. In one word, he says, iti, this way, the kutitam tattam, I have told you the truth, which is sarvasaram, essence of all essence, anuttamam, there is no higher teaching rather than this. So, this is Chaitanyam tamaham. This is one verse can be remembered at the conclusion of this whole chapter, 4th chapter. It is Chaitanyam tvam aham sarvam. And that is the sarupam. That is the sarupa, is sarupa Chaitanya. Sarupa, essential nature, is that Chaitanya consciousness, which is tvam in you, aham in me, and sarvam. Iti ite. Try to create this vision. Sarupam, this sarupam avalokayo, like to see everywhere. That same consciousness in me, same consciousness in you, and same consciousness in everything in the visible universe. We see it, feel, touch, taste, experience. Sarvam Sakshi. So, this is the iti adhyatma vidyayang yoga shastre, in this spiritual science, in this practice of the yoga, the Vasudeva Arjuna Sangmade, in the story of the Vasudeva and Arjuna, Shanti Gita ayam, 4th chapter, Chaturtha Adhyaya. So, this is the chapter ends. We will start the 5th chapter next time when we read. So, ultimately what we concluded this way, this verse we can remember, that is the synopsis of the entire chapter. The Chaitanyam tam aham sarvam sarupam avalokayo. Sarupam, look at the sarupa, your essential nature, that Chaitanya, that is within aham and tam and sarvam. Iti synopsis. This is the synopsis of this. Sarvasaram Anuttamam. Okay. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. And tomorrow we'll have gospel class.
Maharaj, what about the Python method?
Python method?
Yeah.
Python does not move anywhere, Naki. What is the Ajugar Vritti? For food.
Some sadhus,
Oh, that's a, we talked about not that type of sadhu. We are talking about those sadhus. Okay, one question. He's saying about Python sadhu. Python sadhu is, Python, you know, Python does not move anywhere. And the snake, he sits in one place and food comes in his mouth. He has a big mouth and something sucks in and food comes. So that is called Ajogaro Vritti. Yeah, there is a way of living. The monks live in that way. They don't go anywhere. Some sadhus will be, I have seen that. I have seen in Kabir Chabutara, in the Narmada's origin. What is the name of Narmada origin? Origin of Narmada? Amarkantak. Amarkantak. I have been there, and there I saw one Swami, you know. So he is in a forest, and staying in such a way, secluded place, no one goes there. So, and his face is beaming with joy, no? He was meditating, then we knocked at the door, and then he came out, and just have a little discussion. Then he said, you are here, how are you surviving here? Janki Mai khilati hai, Mother Janaki Sita, she is feeding me. I say, who comes here? It is not a place that pilgrimage can come here. I don't know, somehow somebody comes and gives. That's the Ajogara Vritti. That person is not going for begging even. If something comes, it does not. That means they have so much dependence on God, and God provides. He says that I'm surviving here for the last 2-3 years he is there. So in isolated place, desolate place, and that is. So that is another, it needs greater surrendering capacity to God, surrender. And I don't care, Mother is everywhere.
He doesn't care if he dies, right?
And there is no one dies like that. Experience says that everyone survives. Because God provides in His miraculous way. So many stories are there in the lives of many of our mission sadhus, outside sadhus. If one can surrender like that, God provides in the deepest jungle. Infested by the snakes and beasts, even if you are there, food will come to you.
Yes, no doubt.
No doubt, it happens. If one surrenders, thing happens. Maybe so long the faith does not become steady, you suffer, oh, today I'm hungry, nobody has come. and that place is far away from habitation. So, not that you wish and you just go and beg food from other householders. Okay, so one question is here. So, to believe we help another like a sick or hungry person is a misapprehension. With the correct attitude, we are serving Brahman. I am? Yes, you got it. We help another like a sick or hungry is a misapprehension. Should not be that, so long you think that you are hungry and you need food. It will be misapprehension for a person who is established in Brahman. I don't need food. I am not the body. Body is suffering. I am not suffering. Established in that, whatever happens to the body, if one is beyond all this, then that's a different thing. But for my need, I feel hungry, I want food. I am sick, I need medicine. I need service when I am needed. No? For you, misapprehension. This is Maya. This is very untenable in logic, no? That is selfishness. For me, everything is true, and for you, everything is Maya. So, no, that's why it is true. But with the correct attitude, we are serving Brahman, right? Tell me, the whole world is nothing but Brahman, no? You say, ekam eva advayam brahma neho nanasti kinchana. Upanishad says, ekam evam advayam brahma. Only one. Advaya means non-dual. Brahman is the reality. There is nothing but one absolute non-dual reality. Neho nanasti. There is not many. But we live in many, day and night. So, that is the ultimate truth. But what am I seeing? In nana, it means many, in nana form, in multitude of forms, I am seeing God only. My misapprehension, it is human being, good, bad. So my mind is projecting all this idea. Go beyond mind, then what will remain? The truth will remain. So then you will see God. So whatever you see, you are serving God and nothing else. Ramakrishna said that Latu was sitting like this, putting his hand and with a pensive mood, he said, I see Rama sitting. In his eyes, it is Rama, Bhagavan Rama everywhere, in his vision. He's giving a name. So, yes. Yes, world is not an illusion, it is misapprehension. Yes, misapprehension, that is a better term you can say. It is not, Maya is misapprehension. Maya, Swami Vivekananda said, is a statement of fact. That means whatever we are interacting, this is Maya. But we are interacting with God and God, nothing else. So that will happen if this process, what we did, that think every moment, Chaitanyam tam aham sarvam. Iti sarvam sarupam avalokaya. That sarupam avalokaya. Look at that sarupa, your essential nature, in you, in yourself and the others and in everyone. So illusion is, that's why it is a misunderstanding of Vedanta also. Vedanta does not, that's why it says that Swamiji said Vedanta starts with deep pessimism. This is wrong, this is temporary, don't get attached to it, don't get attached to it. That Vedanta is teaching us for a bigger call of life, not to get stuck into the pettiness of things. Because we normally get entangled into the body, mind and emotion and the activities here. But real nature should be much beyond that. And that is time, space, causation, mind, intellect, nothing can be there. Yes?
Does Bhakti-Ramani have where this lineage is based on Tirthapuri's teachings, I guess, but what about Bhairavi Brahmani? Was she was in a Puri, what was she? And did she have a lineage?
What?
But his tantric guru, Bhairavi Brahmani, like what?
Yeah, Bhairavi Brahmani. Yeah.
What was her lineage? Can you just speak a little about that?
Oh, that is Shakto group. They have, I do not know, there is some definite name like that at the previous surname. There is no such surname. But in Dasanami Sampradaya, because it is Shankara established that, to give the genuineness of he divided the whole monastic group in 10 divisions and made one teacher responsible for that lineage, Sureshwara, Sarjo, Padmapad, and what are others? Puri, Giri, Nadi, Parvat, Saraswati, Bon, there are 10 divisions, Aranya, like that. 10 names are there.
Bhairavi Brahmani's guru probably from Assam.
Oh, Bhairavi's guru was probably, I do not know, because she was a wandering nun almost. Mm-hmm. But I think She has learned certainly she was expert in the training of the 64 ways of Tantra. Wow. How many minor? Bhagavad scholar. Vaishnava Tantra. Vaishnava Tantra and Shakta Tantra. Give that.
Maharaj, you said that we should not want things at the beginning of the reading, and I obviously find that really difficult. So sometimes when I'm praying, I'll say, I want this, but only if you want me to want it, and I only want to get it if you want to give it to me. Is that okay? Is that bad?
Yeah. No, that we should say, so long we are this is the ideal condition. When my body, mind will be absolutely pure, then you will not ask for anything. Because it's not necessary. Things will come to you. You know, you do little sadhana bhajan, people will be flocking around your feet. You see some attraction for so many people, they did some sadhana bhajan, maybe some spiritual practice, but it does not stay because it gets wasted. But those who can retain it, they will be more and more spiritually uplifted. So we have to reach a state, no? So we have to start from one point. I am in this state, so I will say this I want, this I want, this I want. Some people say, give me, give me, give me. That's the first state. Second state is, no, I think it is good for me, but you know, please, whatever you do. So you are surrendering and giving authority to God. It's a higher state. Higher state, I don't have to say anything. He is my mom, he is my dad, he knows everything before my birth. Why shall I pray? Why shall I call? That's another higher state. So it is a gradual progress goes on like that. And then when that mind will be perfectly clear, then one will see only nothing but mother, 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 or you call whatever name, consciousness, or you say Satchidananda, or you say Krishna, or you say Rama. These are all, after so many times we are hearing from gospel and other areas, they are all change up. Ramakrishna in one setting, 5 minutes ago he says Krishna, 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 and now he's talking about mother, mother, mother. No. Now he talks about Vedanta and next. That means in their eyes there is no truth. They are hinting at the same reality. Any question more? Okay, then it's good.